Hello, good morning, Sat Sri Akal, Namaskar, Adab, Abhinandan. In which language you will connect to me? आज हम लोग आइडियलिज्म के बारे में विस्तार से जानेंगे. Idealism. Idealism is based on the concept of idea. It believes in the existence of soul and mind. Everything in this universe is due to soul. Soul is considered as absolute mind or higher spirit. Soul is directly connected with the spiritual power in a man that creates intellectual culture, morality, and religion. The chief aim of idealistic philosophy is to achieve the ultimate reality of life in the form of spiritual knowledge. The highest knowledge in idealism is the self-realization. Meaning of idealism. Idealism is a English word which is derived on the principles of Plato. Idealism is made up of two words, ideal and ism. The meaning of ideal is true and testified knowledge, and the meaning of ism is principle. When we distribute ideal and ism, now we can say that idealism is the ultimate reality of ideas in human mind. Now the definitions which is given by some philosophers of idealism. First is Adams. Adams says that idealism is one form or another throughout the history of philosophy is widespread. And the second philosopher is D.M. Datta. He says that idealism holds that ultimate reality is spiritualism. And the third philosopher is Horney. He says that an idealistic philosophy of education is an account of man finding himself as an integral part of universe of mind. Now the elements of idealism. There are three elements of idealism, that is metaphysics, epistemology, axiology. In epistemology, ideas world is the ultimate reality, and the epistemology knowledge of mind and supermind, and axiology is the ultimate aim of human life is self realization. Now, the fundamental principle of idealism we will see. Idealism believes in the universal mind. Idealism regards man as a spiritual being. The world of ideas and values is more important than the world of matter. Real knowledge is prescribed in mind. Stress on the principle of unity of diversity. Importance of personality development. Okay, now we will come to the idealism and education. Idealists have a very important role in the field of education. The names of Plato, Comenius, Pestalozzi, and Froebel etc. are taken as the main philosophers and educationalists. Idealism is the oldest school of philosophical thought. According to the idealist, it is the only through education that a person attains spiritual qualities. According to the idealist, there are two forms of education, physical and spiritual. The material aim of education is to protect the body. Along with spiritual knowledge, material knowledge is also important, because on this his life depends. With the help of this, he makes his physical environment more suitable for fulfilling his wishes and needs. Spiritual qualities differentiate man from animal. Education is not an end but a means by which ideal citizens can be created. Now we will read the idealism and the aims of education. The idealists have given the following objectives of education: exaltation of personality or self realization, spiritual development, self realization, intellectual development of a child, enrichment of cultural heritage, universal education, realization of eternal values and ideals, and development of moral senses. Now we will read the idealism and curriculum. According to the idealists, the curriculum should be based on the ideas and ideals and experience of human beings. The curriculum should embody the accumulated experience of mankind. For this, both the social and physical environment are useful. The individual acquires the knowledge of the physical environment from the physical sciences, and the knowledge of the social environment from the social sciences. According to the idealist, all three aspects should be included in the curriculum to develop the cognitive, functional, and emotional aspects of the child personality. Idealistic philosophy of education at the same time does not ignore physical education. It rather insists on the creation of a sound mind in a sound body. It is therefore essential to keep the body in a proper working order through physical activities. These these activities include physical exercise, physical hygiene, gymnastics, and athletics. Idealistic schemes of education can be shown in the following way. Education is distributed into two parts, that is physical activities and spiritual activities. And the physical activities is also distributed into two parts, that is care of the body and skill exercise. And skill exercise is distributed into four types, that is intellectual, moral, aesthetic, and religious. Thus, their curriculum comprises of activity which will enable a man to develop fully. That is why an idealistic curriculum should reflect all diverse experience of the race. Now we will read the idealism and method of teaching. Method of teaching is the weakest point in idealistic philosophy. In fact, it does not advocate any special method of education, but follows the traditional method. However, two outstanding idealist educators contributed greatly to methodology of education. They are Pastology and Froebel. Froebel advocates the methodology of play, which is known as kindergarten, and Pastology advocates practice and repetition method. By that, different idealists have adopted different teaching method. They are inductive and deductive method by Aristotle, question answer method by Socrates, conversation method by Plato, logic method by Hegel, instruction method Herbert. Now we will come to the merits and demerits of idealism. Merits and demerits of idealism. Merits: aims of education is truth, Shiva, and Sundaram, and the demerits: aims of education is impractical. Now the second point is teacher-centered education. Ultimate Now the demerits is ultimate purpose of life is spiritual, which is not suitable. Now the third one is moral and character development. Now the demerits is did not emphasis on experimental teaching method, which is need in our present era. All round development of child's personality. Now the demerits is they put a child in secondary, which is not considered in present era. These are the merits and demerits of the idealism. Okay, thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe these videos and make another people to get benefit of this type of things. Okay, thank you.